Welcome back to the David Pakman Show.
All right, a couple of new members I want to say hello to. Brand new members of the David Pakman Show membership program: James Swift, Melinda Haynes, Peter Green, Tim Myers, and Pavel Sebek. New progressive mafia members. Members of the family. Distant cousins to Lewis, but Lewis he'll pretend that he's actually much more closely related to you. Here's something funny. Sir Darryl Roberts, or Sir Darryl, a.k.a. Darryl Roberts of All Digital Radio, which carries the David Pakman Show, he does a lot of segments where he'll call people up and just to mess with them, different products he wants to order. He actually called up a place that does like GPS, mobile GPS and surveillance stuff because he had some premise where who knows what the premise was. And then he worked my name into it, alleging to the guy he was talking to that he can't give him any information for who this is for because it's for me. And this is pretty funny. I'll play it for you.
Would you like to leave your contact information, and perhaps we could follow up and continue our conversation?
Well, I can call back if you give me your name. I can ask for you. In the type of work that I do, my contact information is a little bit more sensitive than others. I work like kind of directly with Radio Dan of the Radio Dan Show, and I even do a little bit of work for David Pakman. And I'm sure that you know that when you're talking about those two guys, the sensitivity level is through the roof. So it's a little bit important that I make the initial contact back, but I'm certainly okay with asking for you.
All right, excellent. So we understand that,
this guy, by the way, has no idea who David Pakman is or what Darryl is talking about, which I guess is all the better. Because if he did, he would know that it was just a complete joke of a phone call.
Right.
People that are, working with, people in this industry and perhaps considering these types of solutions could have sensitive stuff that they're involved with.
Well, I'm sure you've never had anybody, you probably haven't had anybody call in who actually works directly with David Pakman, though, either. I mean, that's on a whole different level.
No, you may be the first one in that respect.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, and as you know, when it comes to David, everything is on an extreme confidential level. In fact, I think that, I'm not sure about this, but I think that everybody who even comes into his inner circle has to sign a confidentiality. You guys won't have to do it because I'll be like the go-between. But like when David Pakman goes out for dinner, the people inside of the restaurant, they've got to sign forms before he can even walk in, that kind of thing. And that's the reason why I'm the go-between. Like, you guys will never actually have direct contact with Mr. Pakman. It would all go through me. But the mere fact that I'm even associated with David means that I'm held even to a higher standard. I'm sure, like I said, you probably have never had one of David Pakman's associates contact you.
Okay, excellent. And
all right, so Sir Darryl there. Check it out on alldigitalradio.com. Funny stuff. I love stuff like that.
Yeah, it's good. I love it. Making you sound like you're the actual leader of some mafia.
I think the guy actually, just not to be rude, he's like, "Who on earth are you? Who David Pakman? Who's that? I don't even."